Hey Tunnies, hey folks, how are we today? And this is a Fret Fable free guitar course that we're going to cover. We've covered what the guitar is, how it's a magnificent instrument that's more than just strings. It's percussive, it's got bass, it's got treble, it's got all sorts of wonderful things that it can help us express our creativity, our internal journey of life, and find in the pursuit of happiness, so to speak. And remember that music is our constant companion in life. It comforts us when we're sorrowful, and it can celebrate with us when we're happy. And learning the guitar is our way of expressing our creativity and putting it out into the world and making the world a little bit better. Now we've covered off some of the major keys, major chords, the open chords, and we even touched on some of the bar chords. We've covered how to find the keys in a scale. We've learnt the top two strings, the notes on the top two strings, and now we're going to learn a little bit about the keys of the musical alphabet, so the notes within the keys of the musical alphabet. So we're going to work on the C major scale. The C major scale is made up of no sharps or flats. It's just C, D, E, F, G, goes back to C. So all the way through, C, D, E, F, G, C, etc., etc., goes all the way through. Now, one good way of learning what a major scale sounds like is a very popular Christmas carol. I mean, everybody would have probably heard this song, but if we play the C major scale from a high note to a low note, you can actually hear this Christmas carol. Everyone hear that? Right, so that there, if you pick any place on the fretboard, you can actually work out the major scale based from that note going down, and that will be a major scale. Okay, so now why is it important to understand what scales are? Because we need to understand what chords go into that scale. Now we've touched on them chords. We know that in the A major scale we get A, D, E, and F sharp minor is the relative minor of the chord, or the sixth note, the sixth chord. Okay, but with chords, what are chords? We might ask. Well, chords are any two notes played simultaneously. Okay, so that's a chord. Okay, that's a chord. That's a chord. That's a chord. Okay, so any two notes played simultaneously is pretty much going to be a chord. Okay, so how the chords work is the notes in the scale correspond to the chord we have. Now this is where we're starting to learn. We're going to learn a lot about not only chords but the guitar itself. Okay, because in the C major scale, right, there's three notes in the C major scale. So we've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, goes back to C. Now the first chord, the C major chord, is the first, third and fifth note of the scale. So C, skip D, go to E, skip F, G. So the key notes that we have to understand in the key of C major, the C major chord is made up of three notes, and them three notes is C, E and G. Now when we play the C major chord, we're playing C, E, G, C, E. And we know where our fingers are. A note, A string, third fret, D string, second fret, G string open, B string, first fret, E string open. So you know them three notes are just repeating on the fretboard, and you start to learn what notes there are on the different parts of the fretboard. So you can play a C chord there, or you play a C chord here. It's the same notes. So you know that these notes down here are the same notes that are being played up here. They may be in a different order, but they're the same notes. Okay, so that's how you can learn. When you learn the actual all your chords, you can start learning the fretboard and understanding, okay, well, I know that there's a C there, I know there's a C there, I know there's a C there, I know there's a C here and here, right? C here. So we've got C's all over the place, all over the fretboard there's C's. And all of them can be used in the C major chord. Okay? So when you think about each of the chords you're playing, just take a second to think, okay, if this is a chord and it's in the C major scale, what notes am I playing? What notes are being repeated? Okay? And then you can actually start learning the fretboard based on the notes that you're playing. Okay? So with regards to the chords to the key itself, we know that in C, in the C major scale, we've got the C, F and G are the major key chords, right? Because they're all made up of the notes in the C scale, and there's no sharps or flats. So if you look at the F chord, there are no sharps and flats. It starts on the C, it's got an F, A, C, F. No sharps or flats. In the G chord, if we look at the G chord, G, B, D, G, B, G. Okay, so when you're actually playing these chords, just sound the notes out, learn the notes around the chord, and you start to learn the key itself and the scale, which is magnificent. Now, there are 3 minor chords in the key of C major, okay, and the minor chords are A minor. Okay, so if we look at it, D minor and E minor. Okay, now if you look at them 3 chords, you've got the E minor chord, and everything here is in the PDF. So download the PDF, and the PDF will walk you through and help you practice these songs. Okay, so you've got E minor, open E, A string 2nd fret, D string 2nd fret, and then the rest are open. There's E minor, bingo. A minor, open A, D 2nd fret, G 2nd fret, B 1st fret, E open string. Okay, and D minor is the bottom, the top 4 strings, the thin 4 strings, there. You want to have that. Open D, 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, 1st fret E, D minor. Okay, so that's the keys, the notes to the key. Now, every key is based on the same. So if you change the key, let's change the key to, so we did C. We'll go to D, because we know D has 2 sharps in it. Okay, so if we go to D major, and remember how we find out how to play the scale, if we just listen to it. Okay, so that's, so we know that's all the D chords. So we know D, the first chord of the D major scale is a D. What's the next note in the D? So it'd be D, E, correct? Yep. So D, E, E would be an E minor. And then F is an F sharp. Right? And then we have G, A, B minor, and then the C sharp diminished or demolished. We don't really worry about that too much, but it's there. Don't really worry too much. And back to the D. Okay, so if you look at the keys and the chords that go with the key, it's always the same with the major scale. The first chord is a major, then minor, minor, 2 majors, major, major, then a minor, and then the demolished or diminished. I like to call it demolished because it's a terrible sounding chord, and then it goes back to the major chord of the key, core key. So it doesn't matter what key you're in, it's going to be the same. A, key of A major, A, major key, major, D major, E major. Okay, so that's what we learned earlier. If we go back 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, that's the F minor. If we play the B minor, it's right there, B minor, and we slide up 2 frets to the C demolished, C minor. and then the G sharp demolished is there as well. But once you've learnt that, and you know the A key, or the key of A, is there, you can play backwards the melody, and you'll know what the notes of the actual key of A are. Alright, just play around with it, have some fun with it. Just pick a note at random on the fretboard and play backwards, and you'll slowly learn the actual key. Then you can actually work out what that root note is that you land on, because if you learnt the top two strings, you might land on, say, B, might be, and then you know that the B, what that note is. So you've got B, E, F sharp. They're the major note keys and major chords in the B major scale. You go back 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, G sharp. So we know G sharp, G sharp, C sharp, sharp minor, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, and D sharp minor. Okay? Until next time, and remember, music is our constant companion that travels with us through life. It comforts us when we're sad and sorrowful, and it's there to celebrate our wins with us. Subscribe, check it out. Until next time, Tunnies, have a great day.